So that's always the first thing that happens with credit cards and your credit card bill. The credit card company looks at what you have put on your credit card, and then they come up with the minimum payment that you owe them. Because depending on what you do at the end of the month, the credit card company will either go to the credit score agency and say, hey, they paid it on time, they paid their minimum, they get good points. Or they will instantly go if you miss your payment, even by one day, and say they missed their payment and your credit score will get hurt for years to come. So that's the first thing that happens. They look at how much do you owe them, they calculate the minimum, and then they see how much you pay. In this example, we're just assuming that the person is taking that minimum. You're allowed to pay $5, $10, $20, or all $100 if you want, but we're just going to assume that this person is just going to pay the minimum, the $3. After your credit card company gets your payment and they see what's your balance after the payment. In this case, you still owe them $97. You only paid them $3 out of the 100 you owe them. So guys, if you still carry a balance after your payment, this is when you're charged an interest fee. This is when credit card companies start making money off of you. And this is when people can get super, super trapped into credit card debt. If you only make the minimum payment and then they start getting you with the interest fees. Tomorrow, we're going to go over examples of how you should pay off your credit card to not get trapped in the credit card circle of debt. So after you figure out the minimum payment and we subtract that from what you owe, the credit card company is then going to charge you their interest fee because you still owe them money. So every single time you still owe a credit card company money, they're going to charge you that interest fee for still owing them money. And we are going to assume that first of all, the average credit APR interest rate I found is 15%. Okay. But remember, APR stands for annual percentage rate. So when your credit card company decides what your monthly interest fee is going to be, they take your APR and divide it by 12. And that is why we're going to use this 1.25% instead of that 15. As I went ahead and did for you guys, 15% divided by 12 months gave us that 1.25. So for the rest of these examples, guys, when you want to figure out the interest fee that was charged, we're going to use that 1.25%, okay? So the credit card company looks at how much you still owe them after your payment, and then they charge you your interest fee. And this time it's going to be 1.25% of whatever your balance is after the payment. So in this case, it's going to be 97 times 1.25% as a decimal. If you move that decimal over 2 places, we'll get 0.0125. You guys will use 0.0125 for all of the examples today as your decimal if you want to write that down. And then I get that the credit card company will charge me $1.21. We only need the first 2 decimals, 2 numbers after the decimal since we're talking about money. So they're going to charge $1.21 as the fee because you still owe them money. And now to get your new balance, guys, they're going to take what you owed after your payment plus the interest fee because you haven't paid off all of your debt yet. And that's your new balance going into the next month. So I'm going to go do 97 plus 1.21. 97 plus that 1.21. And there's my new balance, 98.21.